Okay, so now you've successfully loaded the STC downloader software onto your computer. We'll run that. I've put an icon on my desktop. Of course, you can start it from the Start menu, where you'll find the application has been installed. Starts with a splash screen that we've just seen go by. And now the application will start. Now, starts in this screen, the downloader control screen, which is where you'll be when you start collecting data from your SafeTcheck. You'll see these are greyed out at the moment because we've got some red lines here. Now all of these have to be ticked green for this to be working. So because we've just loaded this up, we've got some settings to change. Go into the settings tab. First thing we need to do is, you'll see here the serial port is red, so it's no good. If I actually click on that, it'll take me to the settings screen, and you'll see that port 9, it will not be the correct port. If you drop this down, you'll find quite a few ports here. None of them will be for the SafeTcheck unless you've plugged it in before, but I haven't plugged it in yet, so I know that none of these are suitable for the SafeTcheck. So the first thing I'll do is I'll plug the SafeTcheck's USB cable in now. You can see now that it is installing I've plugged it in for the first time, so it's installing the software. We'll see what it's doing. It's downloading the drivers from the internet because I haven't got the CD in the CD socket. We'll just wait for that. This may take some time depending on what your internet connection is like. So here we go, it's downloading, it's installing, and it installs the COM port number after it's done that. So now we know that it's COM port number 8. We'll just close that off. You won't see it yet until you've refreshed it. And there it is. So we'll choose 8. Now we've got the correct port number. We know that that's correct. Raw data file input, just going down the list here, raw data file, raw data input, we don't worry about that. That's actually for debugging and corrupt files if you ever get any. We'll fix them for you. There's a password to get in, so just skip past that. Next important one is your output settings. Always leave this at SafeTcheck. There are some others there, but SafeTcheck is the one you want because that's what you're using. The others are for third-party software or other applications that we've got, not applicable to the SafeTcheck. Output file, here's where you can change the name or store it wherever you like, but I've just called it test results. If you like, you can call it training, save it, and that's where we're going to store our test results. The SafeTcheck number, the serial number, we'll put that in so that it gets stored with the file. I'm using 13098. I don't have a tester's license number, so I'll put not applicable. Here we have default frequency of test. If you've got an old tester, you might want to use these because the old testers don't store the frequency of test data in the test results, so in that case you would check that box. This tester is a later tester, so it has got the results recorded with the test results, so I'll leave this unchecked. So now we're ready to go. We'll go here to the downloader control, and we'll wait for a little while and you'll see all of these go green, I hope. There we go. So now they're all green. We've now got the ability to download and overwrite, which is what I want because this new file that I've said, training, will be created. So I'll click on this button, it'll load up a blank screen. Here is where we'll see the data coming through. It's sitting waiting. We've got no records and no tests. So we'll go now to the SafeTcheck, go to upload test results from the utilities menu, then press start. At that point you'll see the data coming through. See, we've got more records than tests, 48 records, 20 tests. Okay, so now it's put it into that training file that we talked about. we want to open it. So yes, opens it up in Excel. We can, all of the columns won't be adjusted correctly, but if I do that, just readjust this one, and there it is. This is all play data, so it's not good data, it's just stuff we've put in while we've been demonstrating. So over here we've got the date that it was downloaded, the time that it was downloaded, and here we have company, site, location, the technician that did the job, his license number, her license number, the date, the time, the description of the appliance we were testing, the appliance number, whether it passed visually or not, the tag number, not everybody uses a tag number, then the test results, and the test type. This records which type of test that you've chosen out of 17 at the moment that we've got in the SafeTcheck. Here's our test results. Pat type is a SafeTcheck. There's our serial number that I put in. Here's the period that we've chosen for our frequency of test. It calculates the next test due, and that's it. So now you've got a complete set of records. You can save them as an Excel spreadsheet. So now you can save all that formatting. Okay. Other things to know about the downloader. Recently output files. It'll give you a list of all of the files that you've recently opened. We've just opened the training one. If I click on that, it'll open it again. So it'll just give you a bit of a history of what you've done in the past. Manuals Plus gives you all of the manuals and anything that goes into the manuals folder, which is under the STC downloader. We've put in the latest manual, so if you want to know how to use your SafeTcheck, there it is. We've also left older manuals in there for those with older machines. There's also some notices there and some handy utilities that you might want to use for creating barcodes and the like. But there you have it. Remember, the most important thing to remember is this serial port. Make sure you get that right. Make sure that it's loaded on correctly down here as it is plug and play software. If you don't get that right, then there'll be another YouTube video that you can watch that will help you fix that problem.